walking up to her but my husband, who leaned over and gave her a kiss. That asshole. I decided to eavesdrop, and I heard him saying that everything was going according to plan. He said that the wine has worked perfectly, and that he'd have more samples later to follow the hair and the locket. At that point, I had no idea what the hell was going on, but I had a bad feeling. Later that night, my husband suggested another get-together. I thought about calling him out, but at this point, I wanted to know what the hell was going on, so I decided to play along. When she came over this time, I pretended to drink the wine but spit it out before we started. Then we went to the bedroom. This time he seemed more into her than me, which hurt, but I was done trusting him at this point. Afterward, I pretended to sleep, and I noticed him cutting off more of my hair and swabbing my skin, and then leaving the room with her. I tried to follow and listen, but I could only hear some of the conversation, the process and metamorphosis and almost ready. I went back to bed and lay down, utterly confused. The next day, while he was at work, I went into his office and after an extensive search, found a hidden drawer with a book entitled How to Make the Perfect Wife. What the fuck? I read a bit. It was about using magic and science to create an exact replica of your current wife. But better. Was this real? How dare he? My mother always said to us girls, "Don't get mad, get even." She was a smart woman. It was time I listened. The next weekend we had Jenny over again. But this time, after we were finished, I woke up tied to a rack in the middle of the room. "I'm sorry, dear," said my husband, "but this just isn't working out. It's not me, it's you. But don't worry. Soon I'll have a better you." With that, he gave a potion to Jenny, and she began to morph into an exact copy of him. The look of shock on his face was one of my favorite sights ever. Surprised, dear? Yes, I discovered your ruse. Would it surprise you to learn that the last batch was filled with your DNA, not mine? Then I looked over at the thing formerly known as Jenny. Kill him. And it did, violently. I woke up the next morning cuddled with James. He made me breakfast and asked about my day, all while telling me he loved me. He was the perfect husband. Follow for more.